Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here, and thank you for checking out this video. And in this video, I'm going to have 10 more pets for you guys to tame here in World of Warcraft, regardless of your spec. And this video is interesting because it's actually a partial redo, remaster, if you will, of my very first pet tame video, because that one was taken down about a year ago because of a copyright strike. So I did want to make sure that Jawhead, Quall, Gib, and so many others still got the chance to shine for players who have never seen them on one of my videos before. And I also have a few updates and upgrades, specifically with a certain spectral Krog that we'll see here in just a second. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and jump to it with the first pet on my list. So for this first pet on my list, there'll be a little bit of legwork, but trust me, it will be worth it. So it will be for the Untethered Jawhead, amazing name by the way, that was added in 11.2 Ghosts of Koresh. So we will be doing the tame here in Tazavesh in Koresh, so it'll be the new version, the fully explorable Tazavesh. But first you do have to have the blood-soaked Tome of Dark Whispers. And to get that on your account for all of your hunters, you go to Zandalar, then Nazmir, the Heart of Darkness in the middle of the zone, specifically the Uldir raid, and you're going to take out Zool on normal difficulty or higher. If you do that on your hunter, you will be able to get the tome, and all of the hunters on your account for forever will be able to tame blood beasts, which the Untethered Jawhead is one, and he is specifically a Krog. After that, we need to come back here to Tazavesh and Koresh and go to phase diving. So to get phase diving, if you're on an alt, for example, you go into the portal to Tazavesh, and then you can do the main quest line and go over here to the Reshii wrap upgrader over at the Overlook Zoshul, and you'll be able to get a Reshii wrap and fully upgrade it, assuming your main already has that done. Alright, now we come back to Tazavesh, and now we can go do our tame. So we're going to go into the phase diving using the Reshii wrap. We're going to hit the conduit, and then there's going to be all of these different aberrations, these untethered bump skulls, which again, amazing name. But that's not the one we're really after. We are tracking Beast and the Untethered Jawhead, which is right here. I'm going to go ahead and feign right quick. And there we go. So he is an untethered or an ethereal version of the Blood Beast, specifically a Krog. So I'm actually going to tame this guy really quick. So he is an elite, and there are several that are just walking around Koresh. I did accidentally kill one just to see how long they would respawn, but there, like I said, there are plenty of them around. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes for one to respawn. But there we go. Kind of hard to see with the outline on my screen right there, but he does have that ethereal look, that untethered look, the void, if you will. You can see that it is a blood beast Krog underneath there, and it does keep the star look as well. So let's go ahead and leave phase diving, and as you can see, he does stay, although the Shadow Guard is really not happy with me right now. But for now, we're going to go ahead and move on to an OG favorite of mine, and a part of my original video, which will be found over in the Broken Isles, specifically Suramar. And coming in at number 2 was the original number 1 for the original version of this video, but it is Jawhead, which is specifically a rare version of the Lowland hardshell. And so to find this, you have to go to Suramar in the Broken Isles. If you guys are playing Legion Remix right now, you spend a ton of time here. And it's just to the north of Mirrodil. And then you are looking for a Lowland hardshell, specifically the Lowland Mana Shell, which is a rare spawn of the Lowland hardshell, and it just is infused with Arcane. One of my favorite pets ever, and it's actually the same model as Tordos from the Throne of the Thunder King, or Throne of Thunder, the home of the Thunder King. Let's move this guy over here. If you watched any of my videos back in Legion or BFA, for example, you saw a ton of this pet. I absolutely love this one. One of the best pets, in my opinion, that they've ever created. There are several different versions. There is a molten version that's slightly different. We have some spectral green versions that were added in Shadowlands, specifically over in Bastion. But this is one of my favorite pets ever. I will be naming this turtle Jawhead, and I hope you guys will go and collect this one, whether that be in Legion Remix or even in the base retail version of the game. And now, let's go ahead and move over to Kalimdor for the third pet on my list. And coming in at number 3, we have the first pet from Kalimdor, which is Quall, which is honestly one of my favorite pets they have ever added to this game. So I did want to jump down here really quick. So I am in the Stonetown Mountains, just to the south of Windshear Hold. And here we have it, just Quall, which is added in 5.2. Like a couple of the pets on this list, I'm going to go ahead and grab it really quick. There is a quest giver that's right in this building here, and this pet does get seen often, so you may have to check War Mode on or War Mode off. But this is seriously one of my favorite pets in the game, and the original version of this video, I had said that this would go really great with a transmog. And because of that, I had actually made a transmog just for this. I should have been wearing it for this. Actually, I can do that, right? I can do that. Let's see here. I had that icy mog, so actually I probably won't. What the heck, I'll do it. It's 1,000 gold. Why not? So, this was what I had come up with for my icy mog to go with Quall. Absolutely beautiful pet. I love this thing. It is just a standard owl with, you know, all the owl characteristics, but it is basically made of crystals. Absolutely beautiful looking owl and beautiful looking model. One of my favorites in the game. Maybe only on this list, I guess more Jawhead that we just tamed was more of a just close to my heart versus all the things that I did with that pet. But Quall is by far probably top 5 for me all time. So I hope you guys will go and grab Quall. If you're having any issues, let me know and I'll see what I can do to help you out. And coming in at number 4 on my list is Gib the Banana-HOARDER. And Gib is a very unique pet because he is a monkey with a fez. And you can find him here in the Swamp of Sorrows, just to the west of Splinter Spear Junction. Easiest way if you are Horde or Alliance is to get over to Karazhan, for example, and then just fly just north. It's also where over by where the world boss is, Lord Khazak, in the Blasted Lands. And he is found over here. So right back behind me here, just kind of tucked in next to the S here in Splinter Spear Junction. And like I said, this is a unique model, so I'm going to go ahead and tame here really fast. You may have to check War Mode on and War Mode off because this is a very sought after pet. And it does keep the name since it is a rare. This has been in the game for quite some time. I used to see this a lot in PvP because of his blind ability. Kind of move up here just a little bit. Let's send you over here so we can see it just a little bit better. But yeah, so Gib the Banana-HOARDER, very cool looking pet. It's kind of the older model now, but he's the only pet in the game, particularly only monkey, with a fez. So this is a very sought after pet and a unique model. So we're going to head over to the Barrens, specifically the Northern Barrens, for the next pet on my list. And coming in at number 5, we have Humar the Pridelord, which is found in my favorite zone in the game, the Northern Barrens. So we're just north of Ratchet, and Humar the Pridelord is a very sought-after pet. In fact, it used to be a several-day respawn. It's not so bad anymore, but I'm going to go grab him really quick just in case. Humar is very unique because this zone actually has 2 different versions of this pet. So first, I do need to turn off Prowl, so let's go feed him this Plain Strider really quick so we can get rid of that Prowl. But the I always say it wrong. I think it's like Ikeyaki, which is the white version of this, what I always call Silverfang, which is a Horde only, or at least only Horde can spawn it, which is in another video, by the way, if you guys want to check that out on my channel. But Humar the Pridelord, so it's a unique model color-wise. It's the only black version of this model in the game. It's also the same model as the Rake. For example, if you are a Tauren, way back when, you probably died to the Rake at least once or twice. It has one of the fastest attack speeds early on, only beat by Broken Tooth later on in the classic world. But I hope you guys will add this one to your collection. One of my personal favorites. But let's go ahead and look at some better looking models, some newer models to the game. And coming in at number 6 on my list, we have the Eager Thorntail, which is a brand new fox that's found behind me. So the Thorntails are very interesting because there are several different versions. There's currently 4 different ones, and they're only available in phase diving. So we are back here in Koresh, and just like with the Untethered Jawhead, you have to be in phase diving. So I have used that, and you can either find these in Ecodome Primus, the big version of the 2 domes, or over here in the Oasis, which is where I currently am, and I have found this one in each one of them. So these have a very long respawn timer, and there is one that's actually even rarer, which is the purple version. I've yet to see it, and if I do, that means I'll probably have it in another video very soon. But I'm going to go ahead and tame this guy. So this was initially added back in, or at least this style of fox was initially added back in Shadowlands, and it does not keep its form, so let's go ahead and jump out here, and we'll take a look at this guy. So this is the green version, so let's go ahead and get rid of that, and there we can see it's a very beautiful looking fox. Would be perfect. It's got the very mean scowl on there too, I just noticed that. Very cool looking tail there. This would be really good if you were a Volpera hunter, for example. I think this would work quite nicely. I'll probably have some of the other ones in a future video, but for now, we're going to move back to the old world, specifically back to the Eastern Kingdoms. We're back over to the Eastern Kingdoms, and the 7th pet on my list is Chiaa, which is a yellow wind serpent. And we are in the shadows of the Black Rock Mountain. It's just around the corner there, and we are in Burning Steppes. So currently I'm at 35.66, 28.52, and it's just up in the mountains, just north of the Black Rock Stronghold, up on a ledge here. So you do, I believe you'll probably have to have flying to do this, but you can come up here. Added in 5.2 whenever they revamped a lot of these old zones to add a bunch of unique pet tames, which I really appreciate. It's one of my favorite of the additions to the game in 5.2, which was the Throne of the Thunder King in Mists of Pandaria. So let's move this guy over here really quick and take a look. So like I said, I always tend to name this one Zapdos. I have an Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos because I do love Pokemon. This was a very strong pet, not this one particularly, but Wind Serpent's back in Classic, so it always holds a special spot in my heart when we were playing like Season of Discovery and that sort of thing. So I hope you guys will add this one to your collection. There is a ton of these, and there's a ton of them in all of the different pet tame videos I have on my channel. But we're going to go ahead and move back over to Kalimdor for the 8th pet on my list. And I typically don't double dip in these videos, but for this pet, I'll make an exception, and we're going to be sticking around here in the Stone Talon Mountains. Now we are just south of Sun Rock Retreat, and this pet is going to be the Emerald Spirit, which is very similar to Quall from earlier, but it is a spectral Emerald Spirit or a spectral Emerald Owl. So go ahead and start the tame here. There are a ton of these, so if you're a Beast Mastery hunter, for example, plenty of opportunity to get multiples, and it's so cool because it's kind of like phantasmal, so that way you can kind of see through it. Let's move this guy right over here, so like you can actually, you know, see through it there. This is just absolutely beautiful. I love these guys so much. I can't get over that, how cool they are. I always appreciate pets like this that are spectral in nature but don't count as like spectral beasts, so that means all 3 of the hunter specs can tame these. I hope you guys will add this one to your collection and let me know what you're going to name yours. My guess is I'm going to either call this one Mint or Pistachio. So this is the last time we'll be in Kalimdor for this video, and coming in at number 9 we have Thunderstomp, which is a brown thunder lizard found in the Southern Barrens, specifically in the southern half of the Southern Barrens, down by Baal Modan, and also Fort Triumph to the south, and I guess if you're a Horde player, near Desolation Hold. So the thunder lizards, if you leveled up in Classic at all, you know all about them, and there is one king of all of them, which is the Thunderstomp rare here. So this is it's not necessarily a unique model, but it is a unique named rare that was added back in 5.2, much like most of these pets in this video. So let's go ahead and check it out here. So Thunder Lizard, I should say, not something you see often. So if someone's running with this guy, they absolutely love it. So very cool. And this was updated when they got the new Akunda model in the Battle for Azeroth expansion. So very cool looking stuff. He's actually blind. I never noticed that. Is he blind in both eyes? He is. Okay, well, maybe they're all blind. I don't know, but there are several colors here. So if you guys don't end up finding this one, you don't want the brown one, there is a camo green, there is a teal version. So out of those three, hopefully you guys will find one that you enjoy. And we're going to move on to the final pet on my list, and we're going to find ourselves in sunny Zuldazar. And last but not least, coming in at number 10 may not be a flashy addition to this list, but it is still a rare and sought after one because it's a unique color scheme, at least for the fur, for the wild Thumpknuckle, which is found in Zuldazar and technically Nazmir. So we are here in sunny Zuldazar, in between the Garden of the Loa and Ataldazar on the map on this high road. And the reason I say it's also found in Nazmir is because technically north of the words Garden of the Loa is in Nazmir, and there's also some found there. And there is 3 different color schemes, and there's also the silverback Thumpknuckle as well, which is very, very similar to Uklok that you guys see me use all the time in most of my videos for delves, for example. But this one here, which is the wild Thumpknuckle, is technically a purple furred gorilla. So as you can see, there's black fur there, and there's a couple of different ones, which this juvenile also counts as well, where it's the brown color scheme. So there are 3 different ones, and we're after the purple variant. So, whoops, gotta make sure that I am in line of sight here. And I think it's going to attract all the others as well. Sorry, guys, this guy is going home with me. So we'll pop down here really quick. Oh, are they actually going to be attacking? They are! I feel really bad doing this. But finish the job, Thumpknuckle. Alright. So this is the last pet on the video, but there you can see it in a little bit better view. It's technically speaking a purple color, so it's just a little bit different than black. It's kind of like in between a slate gray and it's not a true like purple, but it is still the only gorilla with this color scheme. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't, and follow me over at Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr. Eggplant. And like I said at the very beginning, this is a quote-unquote redo of a video that was taken down due to copyright claim several years ago. So it was really good to get back in the swing of things with these videos. I hope you will at least add one of these pets to your collection. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what types of pets you guys would like to see in the future, and I'll see you next time.